What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy right here. It's MMA Reloaded. We're live and direct. Wherever you're watching us from, thank you for watching, folks. And, folks, it has been a tumultuous ride. It's a big-ass word, I know. I've been reading a fucking dictionary, bro. It's been a tumultuous ride here going into Fight Island number 3 here in this Saturday night. And only 5 nights is fight week once again, folks. And you can tune into In the Camp with Darren Till, where Darren Till sort of makes an interesting statement, folks, to say, if I beat Robert Whittaker this Saturday night, no doubt in hell, I will get that championship shot next. Now, who's going to argue with that? Nobody. And I'll tell you that ever since Darren Till's come into this ride, it's a big-ass word, I know. I've been reading a fucking dictionary, bro. You know. It's been a tumultuous ride here going into Fight Island number 3 here in... Shut up, you wanker. Fucking hell, folks. The fuck was that? As I was saying, folks, ever since coming to middleweight, he's looked bigger. He's looked badder. He's looked like, you know what, a guy that wants success, a guy that wants gold after losing to Tyron Woodley, after losing to Jorge Masvidal, after just barely beating Kelvin Gastelum. Where does Darren Till go? Does he go straight for the belt after beating Whittaker? Or does he have 1 or 2 more fights? Do we see Till versus Jack Manson after this? Yeah, if Till wins, just to show that he is ready. Because you know what, I hate when the UFC starts getting overly hyped with these guys after 2 fights. I mean, look at their past record. Yeah, Darren Till slipped a bit, then he came back up there to middleweight. His reputation precedes him. But what comes if Darren Till beats Robert Whittaker? What comes even after Robert Whittaker beats Darren Till? And these 2 guys, even whoever wins this fight this Saturday night, we'll have to wait for UFC 253 because Israel Adesanya meets Paulo Costa. What happens in that one? What happens in that one? If Israel wins, I think he shows that he's a real champ. No fear, taking on 2 of the biggest savages in MMA, in Yoel Romero and Paulo Costa. If he wins, also he puts a blemish on Paulo's record. And then you kind of get that fact with if Robert Whittaker beats Darren Till, Israel Adesanya beats Paulo Costa, you get the rematch. Yeah, I want to see that rematch, man. I think Robert Whittaker wasn't ready for what Israel Adesanya was bringing in that fight. And I think what Israel Adesanya is going to bring into Paulo Costa will surprise fans and will sort of put him back into that ooh and ah, and fans will start marking the fuck out again for Israel, because after the Yoel Romero fight, people started to bag on him, and there were more like casual fans bagging on him. For me, it was a great performance, man. If you're against a savage like Yoel Romero, do you go straight after him, or do you hang back? Intelligence, yeah. You use your technical ability, use your skill, use your speed, use what brought you to the dance, but use it in a smart way. You know what I mean? And he did that, folks. That's what makes Israel Adesanya such a great champion. So, folks, the reason why we have put you here tonight, and we're back, of course, here, MMA Reloaded Real Talk, the show where we talk real, we never lie, cheat, or steal. It is episode 18. Woo! Episode 18, folks. MMA Reloaded Real Talk. And finally, folks, I have this stud on the show here today. He is the King of the Cage, amateur flyweight champion. Folks, King of the Cage is one of the biggest promotions for the brightest martial artists in the world, all over the world. Yeah? And Alan Martinez runs the flyweight division. And right now, with the hype that the flyweights have right now, with Davison Figueiredo leading the charge in the UFC, Alan Martinez, folks, is only going to get bigger and badder. And I see him in the future being a UFC superstar. His cousin, of course, the great Johnny MUNOZ, who is the King of the Cage bantamweight champion, ready to join the fray in the UFC. So, folks, Alan Martinez will join us here tonight. He is 3-0 right now in his career, folks. And, of course, we will get a chance to talk the nitty-gritty, get down to business with Alan here today. Just got to do the needful and that. Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Martinez just been sent the invite. So, folks, of course, I've been waiting for Alan to come down. I've had a chat. You can catch my MMA Reloaded Raw Talk podcast with his cousin, 10-0 King of the Cage bantamweight champion Johnny MUNOZ, in an interview, folks, where Johnny is really folks, Alan Martinez is waiting. Here we go.
What is up? What is up?
What's up, man? What's going on, Alan? How are you, my brother?
Ah, man, we're good. We're good.
Just give me 1 sec, my bro.
Take your time. I figured, I was like, okay, I hope I get this link pretty soon. I was like, it's getting close to the time. I don't want to be on mute this time.
Just give me 1 sec, my bro.
Yeah, take your time.
Fuck, you know. What is going on, Alan, man? Finally, bro, we
right?
sit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Had a little issue. You fixed it. We good.
We good, man. We good. Finally, bro. How you been, man? How you holding up? How's the shoulder, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Got the best massage therapist, so it's fixed within that same day. It was like, oh, I'm gonna go see you later today, okay? And the blessing too, she's my sister, so you can't get away from me.
She's your sister.
Yeah.
You can't get any
I
better
just go,
than
hey,
that,
I want to come by, and I hold my arm. I'm like, hey, everything's good. Yeah. She's like, let me see. Fix it. I'm good to go.
Oh man, you know what, bro? You can't get any better therapist, bro, than your own family, man.
Of course.
I'm glad to have a chance to sit with you, bro. I love to chat with young lions, bro, studs in the game of mixed martial arts. Of course, bro, you're just getting into it, bro. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, baby still.
Yeah, baby, bro. And but if people see your fights, bro, they'll see how mature you are inside that cage. You're 3-0 right now, bro, and already your third amateur fight, and you already hold the King of the Cage flyweight title, yeah, bro. When you first got your first amateur fight, bro, how did that feel to you when you first got that fight?
Actually, 4-0. I had a fight in February.
Yeah, the fight in February.
I didn't get to defend it though, because the guy couldn't make the weight for 125, and we didn't want to fight it for 25 belt if we were gonna fight at catchweight 130. So, but yeah. So for my first fight, I was really nervous. I mean, it's like for me, I've been competing since I was probably about 11, 12, and jiu-jitsu tournaments. So I kind of have that feel of like conquering nerves, but you're gonna get nervous, especially a new adventure for doing MMA, and this guy can hit you in the face and really hurt you. It's like that rush, that cold sweat, that like, okay, this is for real, man. Like everything counts right now. I can't mess up here. So I was nervous for sure, but it was a blessing because I had family with me. my uncle, my trainer, my cousin Johnny, so, and my brother in my corner. So like all that stuff there. Boxing coach there, my jiu-jitsu boxing coach. It was great.
I mean, talk about it, bro, because of course, being an amateur, bro, in the sport right now, how did it all start for Alan Martinez, bro? How did the name Super Glue come around, man?
So it's a rare name to have super glue, and especially in jiu-jitsu and MMA. But I wasn't really the toughest kid coming up. I was really I was that kid that everyone would love to pick on, in a sense, because I didn't have that like mean look. And I started training when I was 6. My uncle kind of forced me to train. My parents didn't want me to train because they're like, oh, whatever Alan wants to do. But he's like, no, I don't want my nephew to be a chump. You know, I don't want him having an issue at school. It's like, this kid has to train. And I was like, oh, okay. So I go in. I hated every second of it. I didn't like training, especially being 6. You're like, you're getting beat up. You're like, this is not fun. Yeah. I want to do the butt kicking, but you got to get your butt kicked first. And so coming along there didn't feel too good. I actually was getting beat up by a girl, and she made me kind of quit, but I couldn't quit. Like, I didn't want to go no more because she kept arm barring me, and it was just a big mess. I didn't want to do it. My mom was trying to like, yeah, Alan doesn't want to do it. And John, my uncle, was like, no, we're making this kid do it. Like, you got to figure it out. Even go to the classes and watch. Even if you're not going to train, just watch. And then my aunt got sick of it. Like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to get out of an arm bar, and you can do it back to that girl. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So she showed me. I ended up doing it to the girl a bunch of times, catching her. Then she quit. And I just stuck with it after that.
You got the confidence. You got
I built it, but it was on a girl. So I was like, I don't care, man. It was a lose-lose, but it is what it is. And then for the name Super Glue, I got that from a teammate, one of a good friend of mine. Every time for like as a kid, I was always locking people in my guard and just keeping my legs locked on them. I would never open my legs, and it was really hard for people, even adults, to open my legs up. And he was like, you kind of stick on people, man, like glue. And he just Super Glue kind of stuck after that. I was probably like 9 or 10 when I got that name.
See, bro, Alon, one thing, bro, I have to touch on is right now in MMA, bro, jiu-jitsu is so prominent to have. Every fighter has to be well-rounded, bro, yeah, where you've got not only your solid martial arts base, be it boxing or Muay Thai, whatever, but also a great ground game, bro, yeah, because you never know when you're going to get caught in shit, you know what I mean?
It happens.
So my question to you, bro, is when is from our last UFC fight night, bro, I don't know if you caught it, but we saw a few jiu-jitsu clinics.
There's a lot of them, actually. It was that knee bar was nasty. There's,
man.
Even the big card with the arm bar, like on Paige Van Zandt. There's a couple of those.
Yeah, that's my point, bro. Is that there were 5 submission. The heel hook was nasty, bro. The heel was
You train so hard and you get caught in a funky spot, and you're like, oh, come on, man.
And even the knee bar, bro.
Your pad work then, bud.
I mean, but that's my point. Yeah, is when I went on social media afterwards, and a lot of people started criticizing grappling and being real critical that I think casual fans here, bro, and I hate this shit.
They don't understand it, bro. They don't understand it.
That's it. Yeah, they don't understand what really goes into it. A fight can be exciting even when it's on the ground, bro, if you know what the fuck is going on. Yeah,
exactly. You're like, oh, he's gonna pass. Oh, look, he's holding the arm right there, the arm trap. But they're like, oh, he's stalling. Boo, he's not moving. It's like, no, he's waiting to trap that arm. He's trying to get that arm under and trap it. I understand that for sure.
I mean, what happens when you see that stuff on social media, bro? Because I imagine as
don't pay attention to it. Try not to pay attention to it. It's negative. So try to stay away from. You're gonna hear it. Don't get me wrong. You're gonna hear it. It's just, are you gonna put attention to it? Are you gonna talk about it now in the day? Is it gonna go with you where you go? You just saw it on your phone. Now you're gonna take it in your conversations. You're gonna take it with you. It's like, I'm probably not. I know what it is. It's exciting. It's jiu-jitsu. But other people go, no, it's boring. It's this and that. And you're like, all right, dude, more power to you.
I mean, when people said that at UFC 251, when Kamaru Usman beat
Yeah.
Jorge Masvidal, bro. You should have seen what I said to some poor bastard. Yeah, bro. I had to tell him, yeah, in a nice way, as nice as possible, what was actually going on, bro. Yeah, and the thing is it annoys me. Yeah, it annoys me a lot because
What was the guy saying?
Basically, he was saying how Kamaru Usman was just trying to hug Jorge Masvidal and it was a homo fest and all this bullshit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bro. And so I had to tell
He
him.
played smart is what he did. He played smart. What did you tell him?
Sorry, I'll send you the comment, bro. Yeah, it's explicit advisory content.
I'll check it.
basically, yeah, Alon. My point is that Kamaru did what brought him to the dance, bro. You played to your strengths, yeah. And if people were tired of seeing that, yeah, there's such a thing called jiu-jitsu defense, bro. Yeah. So if you don't want to get held near the fence.
No, I mean, for me, I wanted to see Masvidal knock him out, but it's like, it's one of those things as a fan, that's a fan looking in on it. Yeah. But then you go, okay, as a fighter looking in on it, he played a smart game. I would have done the same. I would have kept it to my strengths. I would have tried keeping it to the ground or pinning him with wrestling and not having to exchange. If I know my striking ain't up to par, why am I going to go in there and throw blows when I know this guy's really, like, he's really good on the feet. So he played a smart game.
Especially on 6 days notice. Yeah, Alan.
Exactly. You know you can wear and Usman's really good at that. Wearing people down and grind. Like what he did to Tyron Woodley, I was like, okay, this guy just dominated him. So I was like, wow. And then I like how the Colby fight, he kept it on the feet because Colby's not really good of a striker either. And their wrestling matched each other, so it canceled out. Now they left it with striking.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, exactly. And that's what Kamaru does so well, bro. And that's what makes him so good is because, again, in the Colby fight, everyone was like... they're
going to wrestle. Are they going to wrestle?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, bro. And then when Usman finally goes and wrestles Masvidal, yeah, you get all the
boring.
shit.
It's this and that. Yeah.
He
had a good takedown on him. I was like, oh, he's in the air.
But I mean, moving on, yeah, bro. For you, 3-0 right now in your career, bro, and 3 finishes. Yeah, and already
4-0. 4-0. And 4 finishes. Yeah. That's all good. Bro. We got to get it. We'll get it. I'm still an amateur, so it's hard for me to be like, oh, I'm this and that, but it's like, I got to get it. 4.
Damn right, man. How do you feel, bro, right now, holding a championship and being this close?
Feels good, man. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you put that goal, right? Because even after my first fight, if you get a chance, check out the interview after I did on my first fight and the post fight. Like right when I was done, I said, I'm going to take it fight by fight and then I'm going to go for that belt. So it was already like something I spoke out there. And it was just a matter of time, honestly, because I don't want to stay an amateur too long. This whole COVID thing kind of set me back a little bit, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep getting better. My striking is going to get better. Jiu-jitsu wrestling is going to keep getting better. So when I go in there again, it's going to be the same thing. It's not like, oh, he's going to take a break. No, it ain't no breaks. It's a year-round thing. It ain't. So for me, I just want to get another fight in, get my last amateur in a sense, and then go pro and then let the real fun begin.
I mean, bro, that was basically what I was trying to lead into is because right now, bro, yeah, you're training with your cousin, yeah, bro. And shout out Johnny right now.
Yeah, John, man, he's a guy.
You know, bro, for you, I see such a big upside, yeah, bro, because it takes a guy to have that sort of attitude and mentality where you know what, I'll take it fight by fight, see what happens. Yeah. Do you see yourself? How many fights do you see yourself going in at amateur before you progress down to professional?
I want at least one more. Depends on my manager, my coach, what he thinks. I just kind of follow him. He says jump, I jump. So we had an idea like do like 6 amateurs, and then it was like we're on our 4th now. So it's like, okay, we're gonna push to our 5th. We might just do it one more and then go pro. So it's just on him. But I feel like, because the thing is, he wants me to get the experience. It's amateur. Get the experience before you go pro, go with the real heavy hitters. But when I'm going in the first round and finishing him in a couple minutes, it's like, he's not really getting that much experience in there. So we need more fights. Not my fault, man. see an opportunity, I take advantage of it.
Why not, man? Why not, bro?
Get in, get out, bro. I'm not trying to get hurt before I go pro.
Fuck that. When you get into the professionals, bro, of course, there's do you plan on staying at King of the Cage, or do you want to go and explore free agency, bro? See what's up.
Like I said, my manager, whatever he wants, my coach, whatever he wants to do. I feel like I'll stay with King of the Cage for my amateur, pro, however the opportunities present themselves. Because at the end of the day, I want to fight, but I'm not in the sport to go broke. So it's one of those things. Like whatever the opportunity, when I go pro, amateur, you don't make no money. You just go out there, you're just kind of doing your thing. Sponsorships, that's different, but for the actual like paying an amateur, it rarely happens. So for me, I'm just doing it because I want to get my feet wet, get in there. But when I go pro, it just makes sense. Whatever my manager wants to do, whatever makes sense. I feel like King of the Cage might be all right, but new shows might come up. LFA, Bellator, all that stuff for sure. UFC would be the old goal, but I don't want to rush in there. There's a lot of guys that do that. They're 3-0. They feel like they're on their high horse, and then they get put with a killer. It's like, I know I'm a killer too, but I need to still develop. I'm still a baby in the game. That's how I look at myself. Stay humbled. I'm not going to go, yeah, I'm 4-0, man. I'm going to go for the killers. Give me all these guys. Like, I ain't calling no one out, man. Just give me a fight. Give me someone that thinks they want to go for the title or they want to get up there. It's like, okay, give me that guy. Someone hungry. I want someone that's they had a hard come up. They want this and that. I want those guys. Don't give me the fluffers.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like the workhorses. Yeah, that's what you are, bro.
Exactly.
You're a workhorse, yeah, bro. You
fucking,
I love that attitude, man. Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, Alon, is you get these guys, yeah, bro, that win 1-2 fights. Yeah.
They feel like they're up here. It's like, okay, man, someone's gonna humble you, dude. And you're gonna go with a guy that's maybe 2-0, but he had 50 amateur or this and that. You never know their background or street fights. Like you would never know, like, okay, I'm fighting Kimbo, but it's like Kimbo Slice, rest in peace, Kimbo, legend right there for the street fighting. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna fight this guy. He's like, oh, he's not really that much ranked in it. What was his MMA, like couple 3-0 when he went, and then he couple of losses. But it was like, oh, I'm only fighting a guy 3-1 or 3-2. It's like, oh, okay, but dude had so many street fights, like you wouldn't even if you don't do your research on a guy.
I mean, that just shows that you never sort of underestimate or sleep on anyone that you're facing, bro. And
100%. Never take them lightly, for sure.
Damn right, man. And the thing is, how do you feel that mental health and being in the right frame of mind plays in becoming a fighter and building that career for yourself, man?
I think mentality is everything. The mind's very powerful. So if you don't have a good mind, your body will end up giving out on you too. If you say you're weak and you're tired, you're hurt, you're this. Like honestly, the shoulder thing fixed. I had it in my head it was gonna be fixed too. I even messaged you that. I got that taken care of, man. So having that before it was even while it was hurting, I couldn't even lift it. Is one of those things where it's like, oh, all right, well, if this guy's either crazy or he's onto something. So. And usually when people label something like, oh, he's crazy, it's just because they can't understand that thinking. They can't understand that frame of mind. So it's very important to get your thinking right, your mental game, and personal development. Really big on that too. Staying positive, living in abundance, not scarcity. There's a pandemic going on. A lot of bad things are going on out there. It's like you don't want to focus on that. Same like you said about we mentioned earlier about, oh, jiu-jitsu is boring, this and that. Don't focus on it. Don't look at it. Don't let it dwell with you. Don't take it with you. If you look at something on your phone you don't like, get rid of it. Unfollow that page. If you like something, then keep following it. You don't want to have your phone making you feel a certain way. It should make you happy in a sense of like looking at things you like. So that's how I think on the mindset for sure.
I think most people think like that, man. I think that's the way you should think. Yeah, especially if you're in a game like Damn right, bro. And when we talk grind, bro, yeah, and there's that saying that goes around, bro, yeah, to embrace the grind, yeah. And training at Sequence Jiu-Jitsu right now, bro, with of course with Johnny, bro, and you're right there at Norco, and it's a gym known for exactly that, bro. Yeah, embracing the grind, man. How do you feel when you train there, bro? Do you feel that it brings the best out of you?
Yeah, home, man. I ain't going nowhere else. I've heard a couple times, you got to get out of your element. You got to learn from other guys. It's like I said, my manager, my coach, my uncle, family, he ain't going to steer me the wrong way. He'll tell me, like, if we're on a raft, he's used this analogy a lot. We're on a raft. Actually, I'm on the raft. He's sitting down. He's like, hey, there's a waterfall over there. And I'm over here with my music playing. I got my cooler. I got my waters. And I'm just like, yeah, man, there's a waterfall. Cool. People don't pay attention. He's going to let you know. And then if you fall down that waterfall, hey, I told you, man. I tried telling you. He would never steer me the wrong way and go, hey, yeah, keep going, bro. And not let me know there's a waterfall coming up. So being at the gym, training with Johnny, my brother even trains Robert. So he's a black belt. My whole family's a black belt. So it's like my cousin Talia, my aunt, she's a black belt. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So they all, we all get it. We all grind. There's times where I'm just tired. I'll sleep in. I'm like, oh man, I trained hard the other day, but I'll still get the grind in that day. It's like, I might miss a morning, but I'll get the night. I'll do doubles. It just depends on the day for sure. Cause like today is one of those, I'll train at 4:30 and I'll train again right after at 6:30, 6 o'clock. So it's like, I stay grinding for sure. Cause Johnny, it's good with Johnny grinding. Like even when he's like, he's like, oh, I don't want to, like we still train. It's a mental fight every day. That's why you said like the mental mind frame and all that. It's so important. You can literally go, you know what? I'm kind of tired. And your body will be like, hey, I'll give you excuses to get out of there. It's like, no, man, there ain't no excuse. Get in there. It's like getting on the show, man. We're getting it, man. We're getting it. Like I had to be at the gym. So I was ready here. So it's like, okay, I'm ready up. I'm ready to go. Perfect.
Bro, when we talk about that, yeah, bro, when we talk about your mind frame, is it important to not get too confident, bro, and too over cocky, just to stay?
That's why you got to be at a gym that's gonna humble you. Got to be at a gym that's gonna humble you. Like I'm not the best guy here, and you don't want to be the best guy at your gym. You don't want to be the guy where it's like, I could walk through everybody. You want to be on your toes at your own gym. You don't want to, like, I have I'll do boxing. My boxing is getting a lot better. My striking, my kickboxing, all that Muay Thai stuff. I'm working on like everything. I can't do elbows yet for amateur, but believe me, I'm drilling them. And it's like one of those things, like you're going to get humbled in here, especially at the gym. If you talk it and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this and that, Johnny will put it on you, dude. We got guys in here that'll put it on you. It's like, he's going to put you, yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I mean, if that's the thing, bro, that's what we were talking about before, is guys who think they're on this level, yeah, then they go up against a guy like Johnny, bro, and you're down. Yeah.
Exactly, man.
That's the thing, Alan, is that when we look at gyms like that, bro, yeah, and we look at your family, we look at exactly how you mentioned it, bro, your brother, your uncle, yeah, your aunt. I mean, bro, that's what motivates you, right? Your inspiration.
Oh, for sure. I can't. It's like one of those things. Like if they weren't training, it's like you got to find it in yourself. Why am I doing this and that? But you got your family trained, growing up with them and training. It's like it's in our nature now. It's like something we do. It's like I can't even go, like when the pandemic first started, and it's like we shut down the gym. Everyone kind of stayed away from each other a little bit. I felt like I got to do something, man. I got to get in there. I got to train. I'll go run a little bit. I'll do some push-ups. Like my body needs to be moving here. And then we eventually, me and Johnny just stayed training. Like I was quarantined with him pretty much. I'd go to his house, or if we had to go to the gym, it was just me and him. We just mainly trained at his house. And it's like, I still got my work in. It's like, it wasn't like, oh, man, I'm a quarantine bod and this and that. Like, nah, we still got that work in, bro. It's mental. You can easily go, yeah, quarantine, pandemic, stop training. Like, no, dude. Find something to do that's going to keep you active, keep you in shape, keep you healthy. Because if you're healthy and the mind's healthy, no disease should be getting inside of you.
For sure, man. Amen to that, bro. When we look at styles, yeah, Alan, and I want to touch on that a bit more, is because we talked about at the beginning when we were introducing you, man. And the thing is how important is it for a guy, especially when you start out, guys that start out even in the modern era, yeah, how important is it for a guy to be hybrid, yeah, bro?
And adapt.
have it all on
Got
point.
to.
As
Yeah.
a jiu-jitsu specialist here, bro, you were saying you worked on you were working on your striking, your kickboxing, your Muay Thai. How important is that, bro, for you to, as you progress into the professionals? Yeah, and right now you have a belt, yeah, target on your head. How important is that, bro?
It's very important because you don't want to look like a Ben Askren. You got guys like Ben Askren. You got guys like Ryan Hall. You get these grapplers. The only one that's been coming around a lot is like Jacare Souza with his little striking. He'll get some head kick knockouts, or he'll catch someone. Or Damian Maia is really good at staying protected and getting it to the ground.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, he's boring, he's this and that, and he's winning fights. It's like, all right, dude, how you gonna So it's like, for me to be able to adapt, that's very important. For guys up and coming, I recommend that get into jiu-jitsu. Striking is a lot easier to learn. A lot easier to learn. It's like almost in a nature to throw punches and strike. Grappling, you got to learn patience. You gotta be disciplined in it. You're gonna get your butt kicked. You're gonna get tapped out left and right. And then you learn setups. And then you kind of take that whole ideology everywhere else. Like, okay, everything's a trap, or everything's this and that for a bigger purpose to get a submission. It's like, oh man. So anyone coming up, I'd recommend them to get into jiu-jitsu, wrestling. What if I just jiu-jitsu? Okay, well, how are you gonna get it to the ground? You got to wrestle. You look like Mackenzie Dern out there. And I'll be naming these people, but it's like, it's something that people could look up. Oh, you just mentioning a name. Look up the fight. It's like they have a hard time taking them down. Another one, Kron Gracie. It's like, you're great jiu-jitsu, striking still needs some work. But you don't have that much wrestling either. It's like, you could tell they shoot with their head down. They don't have their posture up. They're not shooting in correctly. It's like, So very important to adapt. Be a hybrid. Be a chameleon.
Yeah, man. Definitely, bro. And I see a lot of guys like that right now. Aside from and Maya, bro, is a great example because the guy's a damn jiu-jitsu legend, bro. He's a legend in the game. But but people don't understand how good, how smart he is. Yeah, bro. When he's fighting, yeah, he's got some crafty hands. He's got some crafty hands here, bro. And I think people don't see that, because all they see is Damien just tapping fools out left and right.
Yeah, there's a thing we drill that he does. It's like sometimes we'll watch a fight, and if it works in a fight, it works. That's like one of those things. You watch tournaments and like, oh, that move that won the guy the world championship in jiu-jitsu. It's oh, that must work because he did it. But there's guys that do a lot of fancy stuff, and it's like they drill it a lot, but they don't do it in a tournament. They don't do it in a fight. Why you drill it? Stick to the basics. Stick to things that you're able. Like in MMA, you're not going to be able to do berimbolo, Della Riva hooks with guard stuff, like all that fancy stuff. You're not going to. If you pull it off, okay, maybe the guy wasn't that great, whatever. But you're going to get hammer fist while you're down there. So it's like, you better move. You're going to stick to an elbow sweep, simple things like that. You're not going to go crazy under somebody. I'll never go deep half guard in MMA. It's like you're going to get hammer fist right there. So it's one of those things. You got to be able to be well-rounded for sure. A lot of grapplers, like for me, yeah, think I'm a grappler. Tell everyone, yeah, he's just a grappler. Let them think that, because I got a couple TKO knockouts. So it's like, I'm a grappler, dude.
In jiu-jitsu, bro, when a guy, tell me this, yeah, when a guy says, you know what, I'm good on the bottom, yeah, I'm trapping the guy in my guard, closed or open, yeah, bro, transitioning off my back and pulling off submissions off my back, bro, or you get a guy that says I'm great on top, yeah, top man, maybe in half guard, yeah, bro, how do you, in jiu-jitsu, bro, how, I mean, we talk about being well-rounded in MMA, but if you're a grappler, yeah, bro, and you
gotta do it both, man. Gotta do both, bottom and top. What happens if you get put here? Oh, I'm a ground guy. I'm always gonna go on my back. Okay, cool. But what if they pull guard? What if you take them down? You're on top now. What are you gonna do? Pull them on top of you?
Exactly. Because in jiu-jitsu tournaments, yeah, bro, I see a lot of guys, I see a lot of guys pull the gi a lot. Yeah, bro. Yeah. When he sits and he pulls guard, yeah, bro, you can tell if the guy is comfortable on top or not.
Yeah, bro. Oh, for sure. If they're like, oh, okay, like, I don't want to get in there. Like, oh, shoot, like he just pulled on me. Okay, now I need to set this up. I need to get in there. It's like, there's guys that'll just walk right in there. Okay, yeah, you pulled. I'll walk right in there. And do my thing.
For me, bro, when I was watching MMA first up here about 15, 16 years back, I kind of saw my inspiration for grappling, bro, was Shinya Aoki. I mean, he's one of the best, one of the greatest of all time, bro, in Japan. This guy is like 5'2", 5'3", bro, and he would pull off the most crazy shit. Yeah, like flying arm bars, bro. He would catch you in a flying triangle. And they called him, bro, the master of the flying submissions. I'm like, shit, bro. How long does it take for a guy to go from basic jujitsu to that
some
sort of
flying stuff, fancy?
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the individual. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of gyms, they don't do the basics, they go into the fancy. So it's like they might be good at the fancy, but then what if they just push them straight to the ground when you jump up? I have a lot of guys that try to jump up and try doing a flying arm bar or whatever. It's like, what if I just shove you when you're in the air? Now you're on your back. You don't know your basics, you're going to be in trouble. So I think it just depends on the gym you're in, your instructor. You can also go on YouTube, learn it yourself, teach yourself it, of course, but having confidence to pull it off. Drilling it, very important. Repetition, the mother of skill. So being able to, if you drill that flying, I bet that dude drilled it a bunch of times to where he pulled it off so smooth. If you have an underhook, okay, I'm a fly. Oh, you see this dude stepping his leg a couple times, like he's stepping it. Oh, he's gonna jump. So it's.
I'll send you a couple of highlights after the show, bro.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
He's in his early 40s, yeah, bro. He's been doing MMA and jiu-jitsu.
He's in his 40s? Oh, man.
Yeah, bro.
He's been flying on these people.
Bro, he had like a 25, 30-year career, man. The guy's a damn animal. I mean, like we said, with patience and a lot of, with jiu-jitsu, bro, yeah, I think it's sort of redefining what martial arts is right now, bro. And in the UFC, for me, if a guy wants to, if you got fans trying to come into the sport right now, and you've got trying to get into the sport, but they don't know what the fuck's going on. I think if you want to watch two guys, Brian Ortega and Charles Oliveira, bro, for me, two of the best grapplers in the UFC right now, man. And I think, say if like you were mentioning about up and comers and up and coming fighters, yeah, bro. If you watch UFC and you watch those two guys, or you want to learn something, you want to take advice on something, I would say get a fucking notepad out, bro, and start noting shit down.
No, for sure. Like I said, me and Johnny will watch fights, and it's like, hey, that was a good move. I'm gonna try that. It worked in the fight. And then for Ortega, his jiu-jitsu's, I mean, he's a black belt, he's legit. Like you watch that Max Holloway fight though, couldn't get him down.
No.
Like he almost had a guillotine, almost had him, or this and that. It's like, oh, but wrestling. So you got to be able to have it all, and it depends where you go. I got to go to this gym. I go to that gym. Go with someone that you think, okay, well, if I go to this gym, don't cut ties. A lot of people are unloyal nowadays. They jump ship. They do this and that. Oh, I got to do what's right for me, my career. Talk to someone that's in your gym. Like, hey, man, like even the head coach, like, hey, what do you think? Because you don't want to leave on bad terms. You don't want to pull in people. Like we have a great wrestling coach, Jason Conine out in Texas. This dude's legit, man. He's top notch. When you train with Russians, bro, you do Greco, you do all that stuff. Olympic Training Center with Henry Cejudo, you the man, dude. Like you want to be with those guys. Like I've heard I got to go to up north with Uriah Faber, Team Alpha Male, learn my wrestling. I heard a guy mention that to me, and I'm like, all right, dude. And all of a sudden, like, because we've known this dude, family friend for sure. So it's like he's up there. So we go out to Texas, work on our wrestling. It's like we're gonna be up there with our wrestling. I wasn't a big fan of wrestling. I hated when someone like got an underhook on me. I didn't know what to do. Now I'll throw you. I'll flip you over. It's like I know the angles now. I'm starting to work on it. I'm still drilling it. Like today we got drill wrestling today. So it's like we're gonna go over it again. The COVID thing's kind of making me upset because I haven't been able to see Jason and work on my stuff. But we drill it. But it's every time we're out there, we learn like 10 new moves and we bring them back. It's like, all right, now we're gonna add these moves to the arsenal. Our wrestling's up there. So it's like if you look at my fights, picking people up, slamming them, getting them to the ground, like I'll get you to the ground, dude. It's just, I want to hit you a couple times first. It feels pretty good. And if you fall, you fall. It is what it is.
I mean, bro, another issue when as a fighter, yeah, bro. I want your opinion on this as a fighter and as a fan watching, is weight cutting, bro. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When you see, to me, bro, how strict is it in the amateurs to make weight?
You gotta make weight for sure. It's a amateur. I've heard the point doesn't count. I've made weight in all my fights, so it's like I haven't had an issue with the point. I mean, we had to cut the point when it was like, oh, it's 0.2 over, and they're like,
Yeah.
you're fine, amateur. No, we're gonna cut the 0.2. I don't want to hear it later on. They didn't technically make weight or this or that. But you still got to make weight. I mean, you don't make money, so it's like, say you didn't make weight. Oh, your purse, you're 20%. You don't have that issue. It's just the other guy could say yes or no to the fight and be like, oh, I don't want to fight this dude. He's a pound over, 2 pounds over. But amateurs, they're gonna fight. They just want to get in there. Usually, you get guys that want to go pro, or you get guys that want to stay amateur. So it just depends who you're fighting. If they want to go pro, they're gonna probably go, yeah, I need to hurry up and get this fight up so I could go pro. So I'll take the fight. He's a pound over. You got guys that stay amateur. Nah, man, make the weight. Like, what are you trying? I don't want to stay amateur champ forever, bro. I'm gonna hold my belt and keep going. I'll still be the champ while I go to pro. But right. I humble myself again. Like, I don't have a belt. Like, I don't have that belt. Like, it's in my room, but I don't see it every day. Like, I gotta. When people say, "Oh, bro, you got that belt? Where is it at? You have it hanging?" Like, nah, it's probably in my closet, bro. Like, I don't like cherish the thing. I don't hold it up like, oh yeah, I'm the champ, man. Walk with it everywhere. Like, nah, bro, you gotta. I'm still grinding like I'm not the champ.
In your last fight, bro. In your last fight, when the guy didn't make weight, yeah, bro, and you didn't want to go catch weight, bro. How did you feel? Did you feel like oh fuck this? Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Well, actually, what's crazy about that? So I had this other guy. I can't think of his name right now. He was gonna be my guy to fight, and he couldn't make the weight, whatever issue. So we had another guy at our gym, Freddie Johnson. He was gonna fight, and there's a guy gonna fight him, but there's an issue, fallout, this and that. So they kind of put me with his guy, and he was already there, hometown guy, Brady O'Keefe, tough wrestler, really good wrestler. And they're like, hey, we're going to put you with this guy. And if you make 125, bro, I'll put the belt up. But I don't really mind. The belt to me is like, oh, I'm putting the belt up. Oh, okay. For me, I'm just fighting. So, like, you make the weight. Okay, this has to make sense. Like, why would you fight for a belt when like, say these vacant belt with Peter Yan and Aldo, if they don't make 135, are you really going to fight for the belt? Are you technically fighting for the belt? Like, doesn't make sense. Even though you're amateur, you want to keep it, in a sense, an idea of professionalism. Like, yeah, it's amateur, but I'm not going to show up missing my mouthpiece and I don't have my cup in. Like, you're going to be prepared like a pro. At least I would expect that for me. So other people should think the same for that. So, I mean, when the guy's like, oh, I'm not going to make the weight, or I'm not going to cut the extra 5, for me, I'm like, cool. I don't got to make 125. I could do 130, 131. Like, because they give you that pound allowance. So, yeah, but making weight for sure is always tough. Watch what you eat. Got to run, got to this and that. But it's a discipline of the fighter. Mentality is really big. Visualization, I believe, is key for it. You got to visualize yourself making the weight. You got to visualize looking at the scale and going, it's going to be 125. It's going to be 126.
Yep.
If you go, oh, man, I ate this burger. I'm 140 right now. I still got to make 25. Oh. And you say that, you're going to be at 140, bro. Like, I had to put on my calendar every week, like, it being lower and looking at it being lower, visualizing it being lower and going, okay, this week I'll be this weight. And then having my uncle call me and FaceTime me like, hey, what do you weigh? I'm like, this. Nah, jump on the scale right now. Let me see. I said, all right, dude. Like, you got to have those kind of people, like, getting on you for your weight. You can't lie to them. The scale, the numbers don't lie, bro. Numbers do not lie.
Oh, that's tough, man. I mean, watching the Ultimate Fighter, bro. Yeah, when I was first getting into the sport, I kind of saw, and that was the whole redefinition, bro, of how to cut and how not to cut weight. Yeah, bro.
For sure, man, 100%. You got a couple guys going in the sauna, or they go in the shower. There was one guy, I forget his name. I forget the season, the show, but it was the guy that was in the shower, like, oh, what are you doing, man? I drank the water. I'm not making the weight. Like he's in the shower, and I guess he drank the water in the shower. I gotta find that one. I'll send it to you if I find that one. I forget which one it was.
Shit. I mean, bro. I mean, for me,
man, it's a mind over your body, bro. You gotta have that control. You gotta have that discipline. You gotta have that like, okay, I'm fighting. Like I've known guys cut weight with guys where they want to break, and it's like, dude, you're right there. Especially if I'm cutting with you, bro. I gotta get on you because that's getting on me. If I tell you, okay, we got this, I'm hearing it and I'm feeling it because I'm saying it. I got to kind of trick myself a little. I got this. I'm good. I'm making the weight.
Yeah, bro. A lot of guys in MMA, bro. Yeah, it's sad because a lot of guys who have cut weight, yeah, have sort of passed away from it. And there's a few guys, bro. And how do you feel that actually comes about, bro? Do they not have the right routine? Do they cut too much? Yeah. How do you feel?
It's unfortunate, people. I mean, when it's your time, it's your time. And yeah, you could have avoided this and that. You're eventually gonna meet your maker. So it's one of those things that if you're cutting weight, very important that you have skilled, knowledgeable people around you that do it, that have done it before. Also, you got to check in with a doctor probably if you have medical conditions, health conditions. If you got a bad heart, you got bad this, bad that, and you're cutting weight and you got to do a Masvidal 6-day, 20 pounds, you might be in some trouble there if you got like issues like that. So it's like unfortunate for people if they have to happen to pass away cutting weight. Just like I said, you got to find the right people around you that teach you how to do it. There's a right way and a wrong way. You got to check in with a doctor. Like, hey, I know you got to tell your doctor too, straight up, because they're going to say, hey, you shouldn't be cutting 15 pounds and this and that. But you got to tell them, like, hey, I got to fight. I'll put the weight back on the next day, but I need to do it this way. I got this time. Like, what do you recommend? Or do I have any health issues? Probably not have them help you cut weight because they probably never done it in their life, cut 15 pounds to make a fight. So you get guys that have done it and kind of work from there. Like Johnny, like when that guy's walking around 155, 160, making 135s, it's like, all right, I could cut 20, 25 pounds. I should be able to. And I walk around 144, 145. So me cutting 20 pounds. And for the title fight in December, that was the first time I had to cut 20 pounds. Or I had to cut. That was a big cut for me. It wasn't hard necessarily. The key is not eating late. Don't eat late. Don't eat past a certain time and you'll be all right. Like I was still eating late because I'm Mexican. We don't eat till 10, 11 o'clock for our dinner. So that's a problem. So when my grandma's, she's my sponsor for food, making my meals, shout out grandma. It's like, I got to tell her like, hey, I got to have a meal prep at 8 and that's it. Take it to the gym. And when I'm done training, like that's it. I can't have anything else. Put me in my room and don't offer me food. And it's hard when you smell her cooking down the hall and it's like, oh man, or walk in the kitchen to get some water. It's like you see it cooking. It's like, can you put some in that for tomorrow as a meal prep? Because I can't have it today. And then she's not into like, oh, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have this. Well, what can you have? Oh man, I'm trying to help you out and this and that. It's like I can only have rice, chicken, broccoli, steam it up. Like if you can help me, because it's like I'll be training all day, and then by the time I get home, I don't want to cook an hour of cooking or this and that. So that's why I call her my sponsor.
Oh man, I mean, bro, there's nothing better than grandma's food, bro. I can attest to that.
Got a blessing right there, man.
Yeah, man, I'm Asian, bro. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. For me, bro, yeah, another interesting topic in the sport right now, and I see it a lot. Yeah, is heritage. Yeah,
Heritage. Okay.
You just talked about being Mexican, bro. I mean, being Mexican descent. Yeah, bro, you have so many, not only your family to look up to, bro, but so many inspirations and admirations inside the sport. You got so many guys, Latin American right now, competing in mixed martial arts, bro, in the biggest stages of them all. Yair Rodriguez is there. Yeah, the whole joint. What's your take, bro, on heritage? Because we've had Nigerians, we've had the Africans make their name, we've had the Irish make their name, the Brazilians. What's your take on heritage in MMA, bro?
So it's kind of unique actually, because you get guys that go like Ireland for for an example, they're on the map now because of Conor McGregor.
Damn right.
Cain Velasquez, you're going to Mexico. Oh, Fabricio. It's like, oh, Fabricio, we're doing Brazil. Anderson Silva, Brazil. So they're bringing their country up, kind of. So for me, it's like, I'm going to be fighting. Don't get me wrong. I'm a rep of the USA, 1776. Like, come on. But Mexico, bro, like, I got that warrior in me. Aztec blood, bro. So it's like, I'm going to represent all day. Es para mi gente, es para mi raza. So those, they're going to be put on the map too. So when you think Alan Martinez, they're going to, oh, he's American, but that guy is Mexican too. Don't let the white skin fool you.
No. Come on, man. I mean, heritage for me, bro, is so good because I see a lot of guys in the UFC, especially like Kamaru Usman, Francis Ngannou, guys like that, and they all stick together, bro.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah.
And
me and Johnny are gonna be sticking together, bro. Then we'll go from there. Then we'll go from there. We'll put Latin America on the map. They're gonna be like, oh, these cousins, they're gonna put it on the map. Oh, okay, let's tune into these guys. Mark my words, man. We'll be there.
Okay, man. I have no doubt, man. You should see the type of stuff Johnny says to me, bro. When I ask him, he posts it on his story, yeah, bro, on Instagram, and I'm like, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, man. You'll be a lion in the lion's den soon enough, man. And definitely, bro.
Be able to be like how Muhammad Ali goes into Africa and he walks around with all those people behind him. So I'm gonna do that in Latin America, bro. We're gonna go to South America. We're gonna go down there and be able to do that because it's not that you want that like, oh, I want people all over me. No, I want to be able to give them hope, give them inspiration, change their mind because then they can get out of poverty. Like I want to be able to use my platform for that, be able to have people change their mind because once we're able to conquer our mind, we can conquer anything. So that's my thing, and I don't think people do it enough. Like you might be on it, but you think everyone's on it. It's like no, or you might encounter people even at like a Starbucks or whatever. It's like you're thinking of something way that's like meaningless in a sense. If you can get your mind power and your willpower under control, it's really important. Like, and the only way to do it, oh, how do I do that? How can I get on that? It's like, start reading books on it, man. Start getting your game up. Start talking to people that are on it because it's going to be confusing in the beginning, difficult. That's why I think with like heritage, like giving back, like okay, for like Israel Adesanya and Usman for Nigeria, like, yeah, they're giving back. Yeah, they're doing this and that. But I'm pretty sure they're trying to do it too. Put them on game. It's a mental thing. You can't be a champ, fall into that. It's something you've grinded your whole life for. No one just gives you like, oh, like a Michael Bisping, like being able to get an opportunity with Luke Rockholm to fight for a belt, like that right there. And then Rockholm coming in there all confident, like I got him, then getting caught. It's like Bisping busted his ass for a belt, never got a good fair shake for it. Now he obviously got that opportunity, and then boom. Now it's like, oh shoot, UK stand up, right?
UK stand up, man. That's my hood right there. That's my hood, bro. The thing is, bro, is even with Fight Island right now, yeah, we see a lot of other nationalities coming in there, man. The Russians, even guys who from the home territory down there, man. The UAE and Abu Dhabi, bro, yeah. There were a couple of guys fighting on the last card, and they impressed the hell out of me, man. Like Munir Lazez and another guy, bro, Amir Al-Bazi, I think his name is.
Okay, I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, man. He just fought on the last card, bro. I mean, that's what I wanted to get into right now. We were talking about you. You were talking about guys telling you to go down north, up north, bro, and go to Team Alpha Male and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard that before. So I'm like, or go to another gym to help you with that specific style. It's like, bring in the trainer. Just bring them to me. Like, I could go out there for sure, but like for me going to Texas, that's an example. I go out to Texas to go do my wrestling, but our coach happens to have family out here or friends out here, so he's going to come by too, and he's going to make sure like, hey, I'll be in town this time. Come to the gym, man. Do a seminar. We'll help you out, get you a couple bucks, get your flight paid for. We're all out to help. You're gonna he blessed us with the wrestling. Like my uncle's really, don't get me wrong, my uncle got a little bit of everything in the bag, but it's like, it's kind of unique to get a guy that's like on that. He's a jiu-jitsu black belt as well. He's not just a wrestler. He does striking too. So it's like, he's well-rounded all around. So it's like, he'll show us wrestling moves and be like, oh, you could get off right here. Or you could take him down and do a submission right here. And then we'll trade with him. We'll be like, hey, look at this move. And he'll be like, oh, I like that. I'm going to try that with me in training. So I don't look at it as like, oh, I need to go. Like there's someone who had went to Colorado, or they went to train. I forgot who it was on the main card of not the last fight, but the Usman card. I forgot who it was. They had to go east and west and go train. I forgot who it was. But it's one of those things, like, you're gonna go out there, you just gotta make sure you don't cut ties with your coach, because you gotta remember who brought you in, who this and that. You don't want to be a TJ Dillashaw and be a snake to your team alpha male.
I mean, bro, this is what I wanted to chat about Team Alpha Male, because we just crowned the UFC flyweight champ, bro, in Davison Figueiredo. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And with Team Alpha Male, yeah, bro, they got champions here, bro. They got legends in the sport. Uriah Faber, bro, who basically put featherweights and bantamweights on the map.
They fought in King of the Cage as well.
Damn right, bro. Early in the career. And then you got Joseph Benavidez, bro. I feel sorry for him after 3 huge championship fights. Yeah.
He's one of those guys where he gets to the top and he like can't secure the bag.
Yeah, man.
It's unfortunate, but then again, it's like, you got to look at too, like, I'm really big on it. Like, you could say, oh, I'm be the champ on this and that. There's something off there. There's something that you're not doing, that you're lying to yourself, or you're not. Because for me and Johnny to be, like, I'm 4-0, he's 10-0. It's like, we're not lying to ourselves. We're not even looking at it like, oh, I'm going to be undefeated the whole time. Like, we just train. We put in the work. An opportunity presents itself to fight. We fight. Like, don't get me wrong, I've lost jiu-jitsu tournaments, but I don't go in there like, oh, I'm going to lose. But I do go in there with like that, like, I didn't run enough for this tournament. I didn't this and that for this tournament. Like, that crosses your mind in there so something might not go your way, or there's something that family issues. I didn't get a train, or I got this on my mind. It's like, you got to have all that in line. Because say with like a John Jones, like, he made it to the top, youngest champ, but then you get a taste of the fame and different people, and you fall into the wrong thing, and it's like, eyes are on you, bro. There's cameras everywhere now, so don't experience something new while you're at the top. That's something that you don't want to do. Like, if you're gonna do it at the top, it's like, you better watch yourself, like, because you got eyes on you. I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna hang out with these people, I'm gonna go do this. I didn't get to do this when I was younger. It's like, you're gonna run into an issue there. That's why you gotta stay humble, stay grounded, stay with family. Look at people that are out to benefit you, not out to hurt you.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I mean, these guys don't understand that loyalty is one of the biggest things in MMA. If you want to leave a gym on bad terms, yeah, then bro, don't let the good Lord hit you where the good Lord split you, bro. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. These guys don't understand, bro, and that's why I think I love the fact that you and Johnny have been so loyal, man. Not only to each other, but to your gym. Yeah. And that's why I think Uriah Faber has such a tight-knit family in there, bro. It's because well, with TJ Dillashaw, yeah, I think he was too much up Dwayne Ludwig's ass to sort of see the bigger picture.
He held pads for a week, and then he went running off with him.
Like Connor said, happened to catch the Cody versus TJ tough season. Yeah. Look at the tension in that season, bro. Yeah.
Like, training in a gym, I noticed too, like, it's family. Like, when you train at a gym, like, for us, we are family, but even the people we train with, like our teammates, it's family. So it's like when you have a bad fallout with a family member. So for people that don't train, it's like, how do I relate? How can I understand what they're saying? If you have everyone has issues with family. Like, there's someone that's like, love this guy, but want to strangle him, or he did this stupid thing, and it's like, damn, why you go left when you should have went right, kind of deal, or however it is. You get that feeling. then you go see them, or say for MMA, you got to fight them. It's like, oh man, we'll whoop your butt, man. Like, you're going to get it. So it's kind of unfortunate for certain people to go through that route, or they got to, so it's like, why didn't you just tell Uriah Faber, like, hey, I want to go train with Dwayne? Like
how hard
I'll still train with you off and on, but I'll be here full time. But, you know, keep the door open.
Damn right, man. I mean, how hard is that just to say, bro?
Communication, man. They don't, a lot of something, I'm even working on it too. You got to have communication, but it all starts with the mental, like, you can lie to yourself, like, oh, they're doing this to me. They're cheating me at money. They're doing this and that. They make it feel like it's right for you to leave. It's like, even if they did you wrong, hey, bro, like, you did me wrong here, man. This is why I'm leaving. So don't let tabloids try to stir it up. You let them know this is what happened. You did this to me. But did that happen? I don't know. It's like, well, communication for sure.
I fucking hate that too, man. The tabloids, the social media pages, bro. Yeah, the little, when you go on Google and you start Googling shit up to see if it's true, yeah, and then you have about 3 different people saying 3 different things. Yeah, but in my opinion,
check it to the .com, .org, .gov, .edu. You got to check what it is, where the source comes from.
The whole shit,
fact
bro.
check it. Johnny's really big on that. I'll say something or send him something. He's like, nah, check the full video, bro. I'm like, oh, made me feel kind of dumb. Don't post it, dude, because that's going to get you in a lot of issues on social media. Don't post it because you don't know the full thing. Fact check it.
Me and Johnny were talking about this, man, on when I had him on the show. Is that, bro, with social media, these guys would just talk, yeah, and talk and talk and talk. And it's so easy to post something, bro, and have people believe it like that.
No repercussions for it, man. Yeah, you don't get no one to slap you in your face for doing it.
Hiding behind keyboards, man.
Hiding.
When
keyboard warriors.
The keyboard warriors, man, exactly.
Yeah.
And then when I moving on from keyboard warriors here, like when as a fighter, bro, looking in, yeah, as a flyweight, yeah, you're the flyweight just took up another level, man, after last week. Yeah, bro. How do you see the state of that division right now, bro? Do you see it open?
Let me in it. Once I'm in it, I'll make it great again. So I always had it in my head too. Like, if I gotta fight Demetrius Johnson. I gotta fight Johnson. I gotta fight Demetrius Johnson. Like, because he is the guy. So it's like, that was like one of those things. Like, okay, am I doing this right? Am I gonna be able to catch him here? This and that. But then I'm like, why don't I just get myself better? And then all of a sudden, Henry Cejudo beats him the second time. Like, oh shoot. Like, okay. Like, all right. Well, then I don't gotta worry about him. So I don't have it like, oh, I got one guy to worry about. Like, someone had texted me that too, like, hey, did you watch fights? Oh, what do you think about the division, man? That's your division, this and that. I'm like, oh, yeah, they're good fighters, bro. By the time I'm there, it's like, whoever it is, it's my belt anyway. Like, I already have it up here. Just a matter of time. I'm not rushing the steps to just do my thing. But I'll be sure to put it on the map. How am I going to put it on the map? Being able to teach people using my platform. That's how it's going to be on the map. You're going to be like, oh, the flyweights, oh, that dude, oh, this and that. He's a great fighter and this and that. But you see what he's doing for the community, and see what he's doing for Latin America. You see what he's doing for the United States. You see what he's doing for the world. That's what I'm shooting for, man. Bigger than me, bigger than life.
Damn right, bro. I mean, with flyweights here, Alon, do you see the fact that Davison Figueiredo is probably, I think I see him being another Demetrius Johnson, bro. I don't know who could.
Oh, he's tough for sure. He's tough. He might stay up there for a minute, but it's the fight game, bro. It takes one punch, it takes one wrong move, and you're done. So
yeah,
you don't want to just be like, oh, this guy's gonna stay. Like who's a good example? Like Khabib. The whole unfortunate passing of his father, is that going to take a toll on him now for a fight? Is he going to retire after the Justin Gaethje fight? This and that. Like, it's one of those things. Like, you got to be all in there. So, like, for Demetrius Johnson, he was up there so long, just happened to get beat by. I honestly, I think he won that fight with Cejudo decision. But what do I know if I'm not a judge, right? So they see a different fight.
Do you think, bro, letting Demetrius Johnson go was the right move? Or do you think the UFC made a fucking blunder Yeah,
He
swapping
traded it
something.
for Askren. So if you look at it like in a long-term sense, at the
Yeah.
moment you'd probably be like a bad move, but then you got Askren coming in, and then you get the Masvidal flying knee, then you get the whole promotion. I don't know if it was a bad move bringing in Askren, man.
Bro, Askren basically elevated Jorge Masvidal's career, bro.
Unfortunately, that's how it works. And then the Robbie Lawler Bulldog,
bro,
even though he didn't
shouldn't
tap,
have
but it's
happened.
like it's one of those things like you kind of brought in a little limelight there, and then now you give him you got Askren on Twitter a lot, tweeting and whatnot. So it's like, in a sense, it's a good thing.
With the Robbie Lawler headlock, Lawler, everyone was paying attention to Robbie Lawler, bro, because everyone was like,
even had his thumbs up. He had his thumb up.
Oh shit! Lawler's just pounding the shit out of Askren, bro. Yeah, and Askren's out. He went out 2-3 times in that fight, bro.
Yeah. Especially when he got thrown over his head.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like and then you get caught in some shit choke, man. That pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, for fans going in on it, going like, "Damn, dude, like I don't want that." It's like, "Oh man, he got caught or this and that." But then he had his thumb up. Then after you see the reaction, like, "Hey, bro, I'm fine," and it's like, "Dang." But then again, I'm a referee for a grappling tournament, so I'm in that position, the ref, and there's times where they scream or they have that gesture of like they're trying to pull the arm down from a choke, but it looks like they're tapping, and I stop it. I can't just go back in that submission and go, "Hey, put it back on him," or I stopped it. It is what it is. But then again, you got to look at the fighter too. Like, don't make it look like you, because it's hard to put yourself in a referee's shoes. Don't make it put them in a spot where they got to go, "Hey, I got to stop it." Like, hey, but he had his thumb up, so it's kind of hard. Like if I'm reffing a match and I'm like, this guy is fine, even though he's like, it's like, they're adults. You got to let it go in a sense because they're adults. You technically can't stop an adult match for jiu-jitsu tournament, the one I referee. And it's like, you got to let it go. So if they go to sleep, just wake them up. But if their arm, it's like, they got to tap and it shifts a certain way. It's like, they're adults. They signed a waiver. It's like, so it's referees for fights. MMA is a little different because if they're getting pounded, like I thought the Peter Yan, that should have been stopped a lot sooner. I was kind of sad watching that. I was like, damn, dude, that's like 20 unanswered shots.
That's one of the legends as well. That's one of the greatest of all time, bro. And he's getting pounded up. Like fucking, he's got tendered, man, in that fight. In jiu-jitsu tournaments, bro, is it different? Do the fights do the matches end the same way as in tap or
taps are points? So like a scorecard would be our points. So a takedown 2 points, pass the guard 3, mount 4, back 4, knee on belly 2, a sweep 2. Yeah. So you have those little things like there's points. So a certain time limit for each age group, belt level, just depends where you're at. So when you're refereeing it, you have someone doing the score table. So you got to see it like, oh, this guy's winning or this not. Even the fighter, they got to go, or the coach, hey, you're down by 2, you're up by 6, you got 10 seconds to go, hold on. And bam, they get caught and they tap. It's like, oh, damn. And I referee kids. Kids is different. You're able to stop those matches because kid safety. So you see an arm straighten out, you don't let it get straight. You catch it right before it gets straight, and you catch under the arm so it doesn't hyperextend, or you stop it right there. So it's just different for kids to adults, but it's the same thing where it's like points or submission. You get a tap, it's like, all right, it's a done deal. But you'd be surprised. There's guys, I didn't tap. It's like, all right, dude, I saw you tap. Or even if you scream, like that's a verbal tap. You have my wrist, and it's like you barely got it, but the guy goes, stop. It's over, dude. It's like, but it didn't hurt. Why'd you scream? So,
I mean,
a lot of times that happens, though.
I mean, alarm, bro. That's just, it's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy sport.
For sure. You gotta have a screw loose for this thing.
The way martial arts is just redefined exactly, bro. You gotta be a little bit crazy, not Mike Perry crazy, but a little bit
that's
crazy.
Too much crazy. That's no screw. The screw's loose a little. That thing's almost pulled out.
I mean, I like to call him a nugget short of a Happy Meal, bro.
I like that.
I mean, bro, it's been so great having you on the show, man. Yeah, finally, bro, we get to chat, and I loved every minute of it, man. Because as a fighter, as a fan, as a coach, yeah, as a guy just coming up, man. Yeah, you have so much maturity in your style, yeah, bro, and the way you perceive the game, bro. Nah, man, it's been a pleasure tonight, man. It has. It's been a pleasure, man, and
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate what you're doing. We're all in this together in a sense when you look at it, especially what's going on for sure. So any way I can help boost you up, you boost me up. It's a win-win. Get our names out there, help change, help get the word out, help fighters out there. For me, I'm working on changing the world, man.
I mean, that's it. That's it right now, man. During this difficult time, bro, I just try and keep everyone like on a nice little spirit and a nice little level, man. And sitting with guys like you and Johnny and all these guys I've had a chance to sit with, man, is that they've helped me do that. So I appreciate it, bro. And Alon, my bro, I would like to offer an appreciation. So I would like to send you an MMA Reloaded shirt, bro. Yeah.
Let's do it, man. I'll rep that when I'm training. I'll already be on social media.
For sure, man. I'm doing it right now, bro, for all the guys. So Johnny's gonna get his as well, man, very soon. So yeah, man. No, that's just a token of my appreciation, man. Thank you so much, bro, for coming on the show, man.
Appreciate you, man. And we'll chat it up soon.
Have a good training session today, bro. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.